Gohan saw it!
At that time, I had an acquaintance at college named Akamatsu, who was working part-time at a franchise ramen shop. The ramen chain was popular because it had soup and other types of side dishes. It also had spicy ramen on the menu. Akamatsu thought he could use that spicy ramen to play jokes on the customers.
One spicy ramen.
Alright then, one spicy ramen.
Here you are. One spicy ramen. My super spicy ultra ramen.
The first time he served it was when a guy from school that Akamatsu didn't like came to the restaurant. Enjoy my super spicy ramen. Akamatsu enjoyed his reaction so much that he started serving the spicy ramen to other customers as well. He avoided serving it to people who might get mad at him, like punks that might start trouble, or guys that were in good shape. He only served it to adult office workers who came alone, or to nerdy-looking customers. The reactions were varied. Some took a single bite and then just left like that. Some were convinced that this is just that kind of ramen and forced themselves to continue eating. Their faces turned red and dripping sweat. Akamatsu said that out of every 10 customers he gave the super spicy ramen to, 1 or 2 were able to finish it. One day, a nerdy-looking customer ordered the spicy ramen.
One spicy ramen.
That day, something bad had happened, and Akamatsu was in an especially foul mood. And he made the ultra super spicy ramen twice as spicy before serving it. After one bite, the customer's face turned red, and the blood immediately drained from his face. The next instant, he quietly fell out of his chair. Apparently, the ramen was so spicy that the customer had fainted. Oh, crap! Akamatsu panicked and called 911 for an ambulance. The customer's life wasn't in any danger, but the real problem starts here. A few days later,
Akamatsu, come here for a second.
Manager Tachibana.
Akamatsu, you did it, didn't you?
Crap! Does he know it's my fault? Huh? What do you mean?
Answer me honestly. You did it, right?
What's the big deal? You can't hit me just because you're the manager? The manager, who used to be a boxer, easily overwhelmed Akamatsu. Completely defeated, Akamatsu explained everything he had been doing. Akamatsu's actions were, of course, very bad, but the manager had reason to resort to violence. When the customer passed out and fell over, he hit his head in a bad place and was seriously injured. Luckily, there wasn't any permanent injuries, but
I'm going to sue that ramen chain headquarters and crush them all!
the manager and an executive from the headquarters desperately begged the customer for forgiveness. In the end, the matter was settled out of court by paying a large lump sum to the customer. Akamatsu was fired from the ramen shop. But that's not all. The ramen franchise billed Akamatsu for the same amount as the reparation cost. When Akamatsu explained everything to his parents, they almost disowned him. Since his punishment was already decided, they didn't make him drop out of school. However, he was banned from joining any club activities, travel, graduation trips, and drinking parties. He would work until he graduated to pay off the reparation costs. After he started working, Akamatsu continued to pay. A portion of his monthly salary and his bonuses were confiscated, and he was only left with $100 for entertainment expenses per month. The rest was taken by his family to pay back his debt and to help with living expenses. Every day for lunch, he'd have a simple meal of rice with a picked plum. Going out for lunch with his coworkers and grabbing a drink after work seemed like a dream. Of course, he made no new friends at work. When Akamatsu turned 30, he was finally able to pay off all his debt. He somehow managed to get married. Since he had no extra money to spare, he was partially dependent on his wife for financial support. They are living frugally at his parents' home. Up until now is what Akamatsu himself bitterly told me when he was drinking the other day for the first time in ages. I feel bad saying it, but it felt like Akamatsu had already given up on life, even though he was only in his 30s. I feel a little bad for him, but he gets what he deserves. How about we change locations? Do you want to get ramen?
Sorry. I never want to look at ramen again.
Oh, my bad.
School.
ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。バイトだろうとお店で何かやらかすのは本当に良くないことです。少し前の話にはなりますが、バイトの人間が大手チェーン店でおふざけ動画などを撮ったりして大変なことになったこともありましたよね。バカやってる時は楽しいかもしれませんが、その後何が起こるか想像つかないんでしょうか。まあ想像がつかないからそんなことができるんでしょうね。皆さんはどう感じましたか？コメント欄に書いていただけると嬉しいです。また少しでも面白いと思った方、チャンネル登録と高評価をお願いいたします。